Hi, my name's Tiffany, and I'm a dietitian and lactation counselor from the Hamilton County WIC program.
And I'm Sierra. I'm a breastfeeding peer with the WIC program.
So today we are going to talk about the benefits of breastfeeding, and we have this basket here which has a few objects in it that represent some of the benefits. The first one is this thermometer, and this is to represent the fact that breastfed babies generally get sick less often. And so they're 2 times less likely to have ear infections and 3 times less likely to have GI issues. And that's because mom provides antibodies to the baby. Antibodies help fight against illnesses, and women automatically give their stores of antibodies to their baby. And then if their baby is exposed to an illness while at daycare or out in public, there's actually an exchange between their saliva and the mom's breast milk, and the mom starts to make the antibodies to protect them. So it's pretty cool.
The car represents that the breasts are easy to transport. You don't have to pack all that extra in your diaper bag, bottles, formula, water. It's always the right temperature, and you cannot leave them at home.
You walk right out the door with them. So the breastfeeding pin represents the fact that it decreases the mother's risk of breast cancer and other types of cancers. It also decreases their risk for type 2 diabetes, so if that runs in your family, that's something to consider. Or if you had gestational diabetes. It also decreased the risk for postpartum depression, which is pretty cool because postpartum depression is pretty common, but it decreases the side effects that you can see with that.
Next, we have the money. Breastfeeding saves a lot of money because breast milk is free. You don't have to worry about buying formula.
Usually use less bottles.
Yes.
And pacifiers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe in that first year it saves like thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Each can of formula is between $14 and $20, and you go through that in like 2 to 3 days.
Yes.
And then the next thing is this toothbrush. Speaking of saving money, it can decrease the risks for dental cavities, so you don't have to pay the dentist as much money. And then it also decreases the risk to have to get braces when you're older, so another money saver.
Our little ducky with the graduation cap represents the higher IQ. Breastfed babies tend to have higher IQs because it's full of all the good fats babies need to develop their brain. So, you can have a smart baby, but imagine how much smarter your baby will be if you breastfeed.
The next thing is this heart, and we put this in here to represent oxytocin. So when you breastfeed, you actually release oxytocin, and oxytocin is also known as the love hormone. So when you fall in love with somebody, this is the same hormone that's released. So it helps you bond with your baby. It also helps shrink your uterus back to its pre-baby size. So another perk of oxytocin.
And shrinking the stomach to its pre-baby size, doesn't breastfeeding also help you burn more calories?
It does, yeah. So it helps you get back to your pre-baby weight because you're burning calories while you're breastfeeding. So.
And what about the obesity for the babies?
Oh, for babies, yeah. So so we actually don't have an object for that, but that's one of the biggest ones, is that it decreases risk for children to have obesity when they're older, which with obesity can cause, all sorts of different medical issues like cardiovascular issues. So it just overall helps prevent a lot of illnesses down the road too.
And then we have the diaper. So breastfed poop actually doesn't smell bad. It has a natural, earthy, sweet smell. So, even though you have those cute little diaper genies, when you open them up, it's going to be horrible. But breastfed babies, poops don't smell as bad.
The next item is actually a marble in a baby bottle. So this is the size of the formula bottles that they use in the hospital, and the marble is actually the size of your newborn baby's tummy. Look at the difference there. So with breast milk, the cool thing about breast milk and one of the benefits is that your body makes exactly what your baby needs. And in those first couple days, the milk you're producing is called colostrum. Some women have a fear that they're not making enough because it comes out in such small amounts, but they don't need a whole lot because their bellies are so small. And so colostrum is perfect for them. It has all the right nutrients and it has those antibodies in it, so it prevents them from getting sick. But as your baby ages and their bellies get bigger, your body adjusts and provides those nutrients for your baby. So if your baby needs more fat or more protein, your body's going to make that and give that to your baby.
Breastfeeding prevents the babies from overfeeding and actually stretching their bellies.
Yep, which also can cause obesity if you are overeating at every meal.
And I have a little timer because the first year of life goes by so fast. I know a lot of moms can't imagine breastfeeding for a year, but the first year actually goes by really fast, and also breastfed parents get more sleep, study shows, because you're not waking up fully out of your sleep to calm a fussy baby. Breastfed babies are less fussy, and you don't have to get up, go down to the kitchen and make bottles. You can actually feed the baby, put the baby back to sleep, and go back to sleep yourself, and you're not waking up to a crying baby.
And the very last items are a block of cheese and our WIC breastfeeding food package. So with WIC, you actually get more food if you're breastfeeding. This is our largest food package that you can get, and it's the only time that you can get cheese and fish on the program is when you're exclusively breastfeeding. So that's just another one of the perks of breastfeeding, is that you get a little bit more benefits with the WIC program. I think that's it. That's everything in our basket. There's tons of other benefits to breastfeeding, but those are the big ones. If you have any questions about breastfeeding, or if you want to talk more about the benefits of breastfeeding, you can contact your WIC office or your local WIC peer, and I'm sure they would love to talk about it with you.